October last year, we introduced flexibility to allow boyfriends and girlfriends to come into Singapore. And why? We had almost a complete ban on short-term visitors, so boyfriends, girlfriends could not come in. There were many appeals. And for background reference, in the 10 years between 2000 to 2019, there were about 120,000 Singapore citizens who married who were in non-resident marriages. About 1 in 4 marriages were between Singaporeans and non-Singaporean partners. So it's quite common for Singaporeans to have relationships with non-Singaporeans. This boyfriend-girlfriend category was specifically introduced in the context of the ban on short-term visitors to allow Singaporeans who are in relationships with foreign partners to be reunited because they had been separated for a long time due to border restrictions. And this was after numerous appeals on this were received. Meanwhile, there was a parallel development around September, October 2020. We announced the unilateral opening to specific countries and regions which were of lower COVID risk, including Vietnam, Brunei, New Zealand, Australia, except Victoria State. Our assessment was the risk of importation of the virus was assessed to be low. Vietnam specifically had a comprehensive public health surveillance system, had displayed successful control over COVID at that time, and in the last 4 weeks of September 2020, it had 0 local COVID cases. So under the unilateral opening, travelers could seek entry into Singapore by applying for an air travel pass, and this means short-term travelers from these countries who are allowed to come in. In February 2021, due to the worsening COVID situation in Vietnam, we suspended the unilateral opening between Singapore and Vietnam, which meant that short-term travelers from Vietnam could not come in from February 2021 under the unilateral opening. ICA then began to receive many applications for Vietnamese to come into Singapore under the boyfriend-girlfriend category. And people are quite No, I wasn't going to say skeptical. I was going to say inventive. So to emphasize, once we suspended the unilateral opening with Vietnam in February of 2021, there were many applications under the boyfriend-girlfriend category. We looked at it, scratched our heads. The applications raised concerns because, I just give examples, several examples. There will be one Vietnamese applicant and multiple sponsors claiming to be the lady's boyfriend. There will be Singaporean sponsors, many who applied for multiple girlfriends. It's possible, but sponsors who are already married to someone else applying, many men claiming to be a single lady's boyfriend, I mentioned it earlier, and sponsors who are unable to substantiate when we ask questions, what relationship do you really have with this person who is proposed to become sponsored. But as members of parliament will know, the residents will come to the MPs and say, I'm a Singapore citizen, I've done national service, why are you not allowing my girlfriend to come in? We all have received such appeals, ICA received. But when we looked at these applications for girlfriends, and they were all primarily girlfriends to come in, we decided this won't do. We have to stop this. So in March of 2021, this girlfriend-boyfriend category was removed. So you can no longer appeal for a boyfriend or girlfriend to come in. So ICA moved quite fast, right? February, the unilateral opening with Vietnam was suspended. The next month, in March, the boyfriend-girlfriend category was scrapped because we took the view that this was being abused. So we created this category, boyfriend-girlfriend, during a pandemic last year, October, because we wanted to be compassionate. Now, if you wanted to rank the organizations in terms of compassion, I don't think most people will put ICA at number 1 on the list. But, and MHA will not usually be accused of being the most compassionate either. But we did want to try and be compassionate and helpful because of the number of appeals. And people want their loved ones to come in. and we want to try and help. But if the system is abused, then we have to stop it. If it's mutated, we have to stop it. But unfortunately, what that has meant is that many legitimate applications are now being refused.